Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. I am back. Icecold's Corner is back for 2011. I missed you guys. I had to get some things straight. I got some things I'm working on and trying to make this show better, trying to take it into my own. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. So I've been gone so long. I shouldn't have left you without some nice takes to step to or argue with, whatever you want to say. But enough with the introduction. Let's get down to basics. This week, the NFL playoffs kick off, wild card weekend, one of the great weekends in all the sports throughout the entire year. I'm going to get right into the picks. First game we got on Saturday afternoon. We got the New Orleans Saints traveling to the Seattle Seahawks. Ah, Seahawks stink. All right, they're bad. Let's not sugarcoat that. 7-9 winning that division. It makes me even more upset because my San Francisco 49ers couldn't muster up 7 wins with the team they got. They couldn't muster up 7 wins. That's why Singletary's out of there. We don't have time for all that nonsense. But back to the game. I'm getting off track. While I am going to pick the Saints easily, without a shadow of a doubt, I don't think they're going to lose this game at all. One thing I will say is going to Seattle, that is a real home field advantage. It's going to be maybe a little tougher than people might give it credit for half, maybe a quarter or so. But at the end of the day, I see the Saints pulling away and winning that game pretty easily. Next game on Saturday night, we got the Colts and the Jets. This is going to be a monster one. A monster one. Now, it's no secret that for whatever reason, the New York Jets just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't like these guys for whatever reason. I don't know. They rubbed me the wrong way, but I'm not a hater. I don't even like saying the word. Okay? The New York Jets can defend, and they can play football. I mean, if you look at the schedule, they have, I think, 2 quality wins. The rest are against soft teams, but I mean, I'm not gonna hold that against them. They're a team that can defend. And when Sanchez is in a climate like he's going to be in Indianapolis, indoors, dealing no wind and no cold, nothing like that, he's actually a pretty good quarterback, or has the potential to be a pretty good quarterback. That being said, Indianapolis, Peyton Manning. I know he's lost Dallas Clark, but he's got Reggie Wayne still there. Garcon is there. He's getting a dive back. He lost Austin Collie, but he'll find somebody else to plug in that role like he always does. And for whatever reason, it seems like he has Rex Ryan's number. Whenever he goes up against a Rex Ryan defense, he knows how to find those spots and break those defenses down. I think he'll do the same thing in a very close game this Saturday night. I got the Colts winning over the Jets in a possible classic. I think it's going to be a great game. I can't wait to see it. Sunday morning here on the West Coast, we got the Baltimore Ravens going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, the surprising Kansas City Chiefs. I respect what they're going to have in Arrowhead. Arrowhead is going to be rocking. If Seattle is the number 1 home field advantage in all of football, Kansas City, when they're on and they're good, might be number 2 or 1A for that matter. So they're going to be going crazy in Kansas City. However, I think Baltimore is going to have just enough to negate the fact that Kansas City just can't really score going up against good defenses, at least in my opinion. They're going to have trouble running the ball. I don't think Ed Reed, Suggs, and Ray Lewis is going to let Charles run all over the place, and I don't think they're going to let Matt Castle beat them in the air. I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair, and that plays right into the Baltimore Ravens' hands. If the Chiefs are going to have any kind of chance, they're going to have to turn over Flacco multiple times. I don't see that happening. And I see the Chiefs giving a good game, for the most part, but I don't think the offensive output that they're going to put out is going to be enough to stop the Baltimore Ravens from advancing to the next round. Finally, the last game Sunday afternoon, probably the best game on the slate this Sunday. The Philadelphia Eagles at home against the Green Bay Packers. This is going to be a knockdown, drag-out. A lot of people are having Green Bay as a Super Bowl possible sleeper. They're that good. I think my preseason NFL picks, I might have had them going to the NFC Championship game. I think they're that good. One thing that does concern me is I didn't like what I saw out of the offense last Sunday in a must-win situation at home against Chicago. Looked a little bit stagnant. I don't know how that's going to translate into a team, maybe not as good of a defensive team as Chicago and Philadelphia, but I still don't like what I saw offensively from the Green Bay Packers. I mean, but they do have receivers all over the place. Their one hole seems to be the running game. When they're forced to run the ball, maybe chew some time off the clock or use that to balance out the offense, they tend to get a little bit stagnant. So I think they're definitely going to be a formidable opponent going into Philadelphia. Philadelphia, truth be told, hasn't played good football in about a month. A lot of people saying Michael Vick wearing down. That could be the case. He's had a long season. He's taken a lot of bumps and bruises. I hope that's not the case. I think last week not playing, getting that week off is really going to help him. I think he's going to be re-energized. He's going to be refreshed. He's going to be healthy going in there. I think Andy Reid is going to call a good offensive game and trying to find the holes in that Packers defense. If they can keep Vick upright, one of the big problems last week for Chicago when they went against Green Bay was the pressure that Jay Cutler was under the entire game. The offensive line for Chicago was absolutely terrible. I know that much. But I also got to give credit to the Green Bay Packers for putting that pressure on them constantly. So if they can keep Vick out of scrambling situations for the most part, I think that'll really benefit and help the Philadelphia Eagles' chance to win this game. I think they will do it. Okay, I may be going with my heart a little bit over my head, but in this case, I mean, these two teams are so close and so evenly matched, especially the Philadelphia playing at home. I think it's a toss-up, but I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles and Mike Vick winning and getting to the second round. Going to Chicago, I think it would be to try and avenge another loss he suffered early in the season. So I've got Saints, Colts, Ravens, Eagles advancing this weekend. Real quick, while I got a little time left, I want to touch on the BCS National Championship Game between the Oregon Ducks and the Auburn Tigers. I think this is going to be a great game, an absolute great game. I go about it, go back and forth almost every day with my man at Slam Steve-O, my man Alonzo Shea Williams about Cam Newton and Andrew Luck. I say Andrew Luck is by far the best quarterback in all of college football. They tend to disagree. But that's to take nothing away from Cam Newton. I think he's had an absolutely phenomenal season. He deserved the Heisman Trophy. He's got his team in a position to play in the national championship game and win a national championship. However, the Oregon Ducks are an absolute machine. Their offense is a machine. They've worn down teams time and time again this year. And I think it'll be the same thing. Sorry, Melanie. It's going to be the same thing this Monday night going up against the Auburn Tigers. And truth be told, I mean, Auburn, they're here. I don't want to take it away from them. They did what they had to do. But I watched Auburn maybe about 5 or 6 times this year. They should have lost 3 games this year. They should have lost to Clemson. They should have lost to South Carolina the first time. Both of those games were at home. And they should have lost to the Alabama game. If Alabama doesn't, number one, fumble the ball in the end zone when they're up 17-0, I think, already for a touchback. And then instead of putting the ball in the end zone, have to kick a field goal sometime in the second quarter, they probably would have won that game with just one more touchdown. But probablys and ifs don't apply in this situation. Auburn is in the national championship game, and I just don't think their defense is going to be able to hold up against that wicked attack that Oregon is bringing to the forefront. I got Oregon winning the national championship. Yeah, that's all the time I have right now for football. I was going to get into the San Francisco 49ers, but I want to end this on a positive note, okay? I don't want to talk about fired coaches or lack of quarterbacks. I'm not going to do that. All right, you see the picks. Saints, Colts, Ravens, Eagles in the NFL. I got Oregon winning the national championship. I want you guys to enjoy this weekend. It's going to be a great weekend for football. It's that time of year. I'm out of here. I'm going to be back. I also got a little bonus for you coming right up after this, a little NBA. I'm touching on the NBA early. The season's been too great for me to let it go. So peep that out right now as far as the NFL. I'll be back next week. I'm a holler.